Hi, I'm Graham. This is Man v Film. David Robert Mitchell, who recently made The Myth of the American Sleepover, returns to the big screen with his horror follow-up, It Follows. It Follows stars Micah Malone from last year's fantastic The Guest. Anybody that watches this channel knows how much I love The Guest, how much I rave about it. Fantastic movie. It Follows is a creepy horror movie, fairy tale, urban legend type thing, and it is absolutely terrifying, really creepy, really atmospheric, and really worth your time. The movie is about a girl called Jay who, while out on a date, has sex with this guy and then wakes up tied to a wheelchair. Well, he explains the rules of what's now going to happen to her. He says that there is something after them because he's passed on the disease. It will now come for her. It is a person that only she can see that walks directly towards her. It comes for her. It moves at a sedate pace slowly, but if it catches up with her and if it touches her, she will die. The it of the title will then move on to the last person that had the disease. The only way to get rid of it is to pass it to someone else. That's pretty much the gist of the story, and what comes out of this is an absolutely terrific horror movie. Once Jay has the disease, she has this core group of friends that, rather than terrified or using the usual tropes that become in horror movies, they kind of galvanise round about her and support her. As for the it itself, the ever-changing it of various personas, that is really creepy. I mean, how terrifying is somebody walking straight towards you? It doesn't sound as if it is, but sometimes the people will be grotesque, sometimes they'll just be plain people, and it's a terrifying movie. It's on limited release, and if you get a chance to go and see it, I urge you to go and see it. There's not enough smart horror movie in the cinema these days, and this is one that really should be experienced. A few things I want to talk about the movie. First, Micah Malone, who gives a riveting performance as somebody who loses her virginity, catches a disease, and then becomes promiscuous, trying to get rid of the disease, try to cope with everything. It relates to the themes of, you can never hide from your past. It's always coming back to you. It's always going to hunt you down. It's always going to get to you at some point. Also, the movie's filmed in Detroit, and some of the areas around about it are quite run down in the dilapidated buildings. All that add to the effect of this urban fairy tale, this urban legend of the it that is after you. I'm never quite sure what period the movie is set in. It seems rather strange. The electronics in the movie are the old tube TVs with the rabbit ears and the dial turn to put it on. The cars seem kind of old-fashioned. The buildings are obviously old and dilapidated. But then there's other things, like one of the girls in the movie has this clamshell electronic device. All the movies and TV shows they watch was from the 30s, 40s. It's a strange aesthetic, but it adds to the movie. It feels modern, but it feels as if it's set in a specific time period as well, and it really adds to the off-centre of the movie, and this movie is definitely left of centre. I love horror movie. I see lots of horror movies, and generally they all fall into the same old tropes and the same things that all movies tend to do. So it's very rare to find something that is unique, something that tries to be different, that tries to have some sort of themes behind it. It Follows is one of those movies. It's a movie that you should definitely check out. I urge you to check it out. As all these big movies move into the cinema, it's going to be something that's marginalised and not seen, and that's a shame, because it is a terrific, terrific horror movie. Something that's really creepy, really tense. There's not a lot of blood in it, not a lot of people die. It is just icky. The cinematography in it is absolutely fantastic. There's all these low shots, mood lighting, there's lots of shadows playing around the screen because you're constantly searching, looking for the it to appear at any moment from anywhere on the screen. It's a masterful work, and I can't wait to see what David Robert Mitchell comes up with next, and I can't wait to see what Micah Malone comes in next. She's kind of this generation's Scream Queen. I give It Follows 4 out of 5. It was a really good watch. I had some little bits that I wasn't overly won with. The final set piece I wasn't entirely happy with, and how they closed down the movie, but the end doesn't spoil the journey. It's still well worth watching, and maybe you have a better understanding of the ending than I did, but please check it out as soon as you can.